Welcome to a couple of bunkies.
Okay, so this is going to be a 3-part series where I make 3 different cutting boards. In this video, we're going to be making some cow cutting boards. I'm going to use the first part for preparing the wood for all 3 videos. So if you've seen the first video, please cut to this point right here to see where you left off. To start off this process, I used 2 cherry boards that I had planed earlier. I mark and cut the boards in an area where I know I can get at least 8 cutting boards out of after I resaw the material, trying to avoid any knots or imperfections. These 2 10-foot boards will make a total of 16 cutting boards with plenty of leftovers for other projects. I used the table saw to give myself a flattened edge on each of the boards. This will help me resaw the material and join the boards later. I grouped the boards together based on look and grain. The cutting boards we're putting together are going to be around 10 inches by 10 inches. So this gives me plenty of area in which I can get rid of any of the imperfections in the wood. My wife ended up getting me this brand new glue bottle, and it was perfect for this project. But after a week of use, it ended up getting very gunked up and ended up having to throw it away. Looking back at this part, I'm wishing that I would have resawn the material and then butt jointed them together instead of butt joining them together and then resawing them on the bandsaw. After the boards are glued and clamped, I set them in the other room in order to cure. Now I run the butt jointed boards through the planer so that they end up being nice and flush. And now I start resawing all of the boards. We're using a 14-inch jet bandsaw with a 1/4-inch resaw blade. Now I can open up this piece of wood just like it was a book. After doing the same to all the other boards, now I can run them through the planer. Since I'm a lazy artist, I use Copilot Designer to find the perfect cow to make into a cutting board. So I upload that image, and I go to remove.bg to remove the background of the image. I load this image into Inkscape and make it into a vector image so I can separate the colors, so I can have the cow pattern and the outline of the cow. To make the outline of the cow, I place a square behind the cow and I use the fill tool. Now I can delete the square and the cow. Now I can clean up this drawing by using the Edit Path by Nodes tool. If you're enjoying this content, please like and subscribe and ring the bell icon so you can be notified on future videos. We also have a merch store where we have made custom t-shirt designs for woodworking enthusiasts. Now after I get the lines the way I would like, I have to export it as a DXF file and import the file into ViaCAD so I can adjust the picture, scaling it up so I can fit it into a 10 by 10 square and printing it out to a 1 by 1 image. I cut out the paper templates and start working on making more permanent templates. My goal anymore is to try to set up all of my projects in which I can make them more repeatable. So I want to spend the extra time in order to make a more permanent jig. So I'm going to be making some wooden templates with these paper templates. So first I need to cut out the paper templates and attach them to a piece of wood and cut out that piece of wood. This is actually the first time I've ever used this scroll saw, and I honestly love how fast and how silent it is. There's a real advantage of wooden templates One of the big ones is I can use the wooden templates and glue them right on a piece of wood and cut out the template right away with a router table. Now I should be able to use the template and a flush trim router bit in order to cut out these projects with the template. But I ended up having a couple close calls with the router bit, and I decided to go ahead and cut these by hand with the bandsaw. At least I don't have to keep printing out new pieces of paper. We also have an eBay store where we sell a lot of our projects, including our best sellers, our walking sticks. We'll make sure to include all of the links inside of the description below. Since there's a lot of small details on these cow cutting boards, I have to jump straight to the oscillating sander rather than going to the belt sander. After sanding these cutting boards, you dunk them in a bucket of water in order for the grain to raise, and then you sand them over one more time. We have an affiliate link with Monport Laser, where you can get a discount on all of Monport's machines. Use the link below and use the promo code Timothy10 at checkout. Now I use the roster engraved setting. We've been using this 40-watt CO2 laser from Monport for 4 years, and I must say that I really appreciate the equipment and how easy it is to use. It is absolutely amazing all the projects that we have made with this Monport laser. Our shop currently has 2 CNCs, and both of them are a lot harder to work with than the Monport laser, which the Monport's usually the first piece of equipment that I go to when I need something like this made. When we first started working with this company, I really didn't think there was that much that they could do with laser engravers, but they seriously surprised me. They ended up making a 70-watt laser with a belt feed system on it, so you can feed in individual projects and out comes the finished product. And all this on a desktop model. I'm using a cutting board oil that is a type of mineral oil rated for food contact. You start off by pouring a healthy amount on the top of the cutting board. You rub the oil in the grain of the wood or in a circular direction, and I wipe off any of the excess. We also have an eBay store where we sell a lot of our projects, including our best sellers, our walking sticks. You can repeat the process if you come upon any dry spots, and you let the cutting boards dry overnight. If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe, and ring the bell icon for notifications on future videos. And here's the final result.